and it is opened by Nettie, the gatekeeper, who goes, "Hello, welcome to the underworld. Nettie speaking. Can I ask who's calling, please?" And Inanna goes, "It is I, Inanna, Queen of Heaven and Earth." And he goes, "Nice to meet you, Inanna. Can I ask what's the reason of your visit today?" And she goes, "I have heard my sister's husband, Gugalana, has died. Very sad, very sad. I've come to pay my respects." And Nettie looks at all the swords that she's got and goes, "Oh, you have you?" And Inanna leans in and goes, "Listen to me, you minor deity. If you don't let me in, I will smash the door and shatter the bolt. I will smash the doorposts and overturn the doors. I will raise up the dead, and the dead shall walk among the living, and the dead shall eat the living. What do you think about that?" And Nettie goes, "Hold please," boom, and runs down to the throne room. And he says, "Ereshkigal, we've got a real problem. Your sister's up at the first gate and she is not playing nice. What do you want me to do?" And Ereshkigal, the Queen of Death, thinks for a moment and says, "Well, there are 7 gates between Inanna and my throne room. Bolt each gate and tell Inanna that she may only pass through if she will give up an item of power at each one." And Nettie goes, "Good idea, like it pass." And so he goes back up, he opens the first gate and he goes, "All right, I've checked with downstairs. You can come through, that's all fine, but I am going to have to submit you to a random weapons check." A weapons check, and you've got a lot of them. You're going to have to leave all of your swords here. And this is where Inanna makes her mistake, because Inanna was young and vibrant and passionate and excited, and Inanna was proud. She went, "You know what? I can probably take the underworld without my swords." And so she leaves the swords at the first gate. But then there is another gate, and here, that armour isn't going to work in here. You're going to have to leave that there. And then at the next gate, we're going to need your rings for the metal detectors. And then at the 4th gate, no headwear in here. And at the 5th gate, you cannot come in here in that dress. And at the 6th gate, that necklace. No, wrong colour, wrong season, wrong everything. And at the 7th gate, no makeup in here. Ereshkigal's really hygienic, right? And so by the time Inanna is standing before the throne of death, she has been stripped of all of her power, of everything that makes her her. And trembling naked in the cold of that dark mountain, trying to stop her bottom lip from quaking, she looks up at her sister and goes, "Ereshkigal, as the Queen of Heaven and Earth, I have come to claim this land for myself." And Ereshkigal looks down and laughs. This pitiful, snivelling thing dares to call itself Inanna? My sister is a queen. She would not allow herself to be stripped and debased like this. You are clearly some imposter, and you will be judged harshly for your arrogance. And Ereshkigal uses her powers to transform Inanna into a rotting corpse, and she hangs her on a hook in the deepest dungeon of Ker and makes this decree: no man or woman, no god or mortal may rescue Inanna from the underworld, and so it is. But the thing is, when the goddess of passion disappears from the world, everything just kind of stops. I mean, people don't fight anymore, but they don't dance, they don't sing, they don't make festivals like this, they stop fucking, the birds go to sleep, the bees go into hibernation, and everything wilts and crisps and turns into this horrible beige landscape everywhere. And Enki, the trickster god, Enki, the great creator, Enki, who had a real soft spot for humanity. He looked down at the earth and he saw that people were suffering, and he knew that he had to get Inanna back somehow, but what could he do? Because no man, no woman, no god, no mortal could rescue Inanna from the underworld. So Enki, the creator god, did what he does best. He created something. He scooped some dirt from under his thumbnail, and from the dark side of that crescent moon, he formed a paradox. A being that was made of dirt but glittered with light. A being of mortal shape but filled with godly power. A being that was not male, was not female, was both and neither at the same time. And this being's name was Asushunamir, the one with the radiant face, cloaked in the very dust of the stars. And when Asushunamir had been created, Enki briefed them, and they made their way down to the first gate of the underworld, where it was opened by Nettie. "Hello, welcome to the underworld." What? And Nettie looked at the beauty of Asushunamir and just kind of blue screamed. And Asushi Namir said, "Hey, sweetie, I'm the entertainment for tonight." And Nettie went, "You're not a mortal, are you?" And Asushi Namir looked themselves up and down and went, "Honey, no. It's just, I haven't got you on any of my gods lists." "Oh, I'm sure that we can sort that out with Arushka Girl when I get inside. I'll take your keys. I know where I'm going. You don't mind if I use one of the dungeons as a green room, do you? You are such a sweetie." And so Asushi Namir makes their way down into the underworld with the keys, unlocking all of the gates of the underworld, while Nettie runs behind going, "Wait, I haven't got a health and safety form for this." And by the time Asushi Namir has arrived in the throne room, they stand before the Queen of Death, Arushka Girl, and they lift the veils of starlight from their body, and Asushi Namir dance. And they dance the dance of all of those delicious in-between places that are not quite one thing and not quite the other. They dance the dance of sunrises and sunsets and twilight and the gloaming, and they dance the dance of the tide upon the shore, and they dance the dance of mists and fog and fertile marshlands. And when the dance is finished, Arushka Girl looks down from her throne and goes, "Well, I don't know who you are, but that was fucking amazing. You're wonderful, you're magnificent. We need to honour this beauty, this skill. We're gonna have a feast. We're gonna have a feast right now, everybody." And so a feast is laid out in the throne room. But Asushi Namir has been briefed about this by Enki as well, and warned not to eat or drink anything that is given to them by the ghosts. So they discreetly pour their drinks away into the plant pots, while Arushka Girl gets drunker and drunker. And at the darkest point of the night, she leans across the table, knocking over a tray of grapes, and goes, "You are just... No, listen. I'm not just saying this, okay? You are so gorgeous. Please, I am asking your consent to come and join me in my bed." And Asushi Namir goes, "That is very kind of you, Your Majesty, but I really do need to get going." And Arushka Girl goes, wait, okay, I understand, I came on too strong, but please, let me give you some kind of gift. You're just so lovely. And Asushi Namir goes, "Well, I mean, if you would like to offer me a gift, there is something that I would like." "What is it? Tell me, darling, tell me. I will make it happen if it's in my power." And Asushi Namir says, "Well, I have heard that deep in the underworld here there flow gushing waters of life, waters that bring strength and vitality and even new life itself. Oh, Your Majesty, if I could have but a taste." And Arushka Girl goes, it's done. Give this beautiful creature a jar of the waters of life." And so a jar of the waters of life is brought for Asushi Namir. But as they leave the throne room, they don't head back up. They turn down into the darkest dungeons. They find the place where Inanna's body is hung, and they use those waters, whoosh, to bring her back to life. What happened? And Asushi Namir goes, "It's all right, Your Majesty. I've come to rescue you. I picked up all of your things as I went through the gates. Let's get the fuck out of here." And so they run back up through the 7 gates of the underworld to the world above, and as Inanna's feet touch the ground, flowers begin to blossom around her. Spring arrives, and it sweeps across the land like the end of a Disney movie. Everything bursts into technicolor, the trees burst into blossom, the birds go, oh, we're meant to be singing, aren't we? And the bees go, fuck, pollination, oh my god! And the people start to wake up out of their cold, wintry fog and remember the things that interested them before. And they go back to their singing, their dancing, their warring, their politics, their campaigning, their lovemaking, and life is good once more. But the next day, when Arushka Girl wakes up from her hangover, she is heartbroken. And then she is furious. And she lays a curse upon Asushi Namir, that they and all those like them will be rejected by their communities, that they will live in the shadows of the walls of the city, that they will feed from the gutter, that they will be struck in the streets by the drunken and the ignorant. And as we know, that is a hard curse to undo. But even the harshest curse can be softened with the help of a fairy godmother, and Inanna was grateful for the service that Asushi Namir had done for her. And so she blessed Asushi Namir and all those like them, that they would be given the places of highest honour in her sacred temples, that in the light of her sacred fires they would be free to let their beauty shine among their chosen family, that they would practice great magics that were not known to men or women, that they would be Inanna's dancers and singers and religious leaders and storytellers. And that is the story of Inanna, Irushka Girl and Asushi Namir. Thank you very much.